Steve, how you doing? Good to see you.
Nice to see you, virtually.
Yes.
I have a bunch of questions. Let's jump right on in. I want to start with, right at the beginning, Enola Holmes is fantastic. It's going to be a huge hit for Netflix. And that's all I have. And no, I'm kidding. No, I got a bunch of questions for you. The first is the gaming rig still working?
Absolutely it is. In fact, it's working so well that I'm slightly loath to start throwing in all the new upgrades that have just come out. So I'm waiting for the new CPUs to come out from a company which I won't name just yet, and also the new GPUs which have just come out, which everyone's talking about anyway, so I'm pretty sure you know which ones those are. I'm going to upgrade soon, if I can get my hands on one. Not easy to find.
I was going to say, you should call NVIDIA and say, I need one of the new ones, and I'll do an ad on Instagram for you.
Yeah, yeah, I could do that.
Are there any other nerdy hobbies that you have not shared on Instagram yet?
I've shared my Warhammer hobby. I've shared my computer building hobby. Does it get any nerdier? I read fantasy books. I'm not too sure how much deeper down that rabbit hole I can go before there's no return.
I understand. So I think this is the most important question I'll ask today. How uncomfortable was it packing all the muscles into a period-specific three-piece suit?
I think it was pretty uncomfortable for Consolata, the costume designer. It was like, how am I going to make these clothes fit? Like, come on, this guy, this is not the right build for a Victorian man. It was, you know what? It's no different from trying to squeeze it into an extremely tight blue suit. So, yeah. In fact, they fit a lot more easily.
I would not expect that.
Yeah.
You've played Superman, you've played The Witcher, and now you've played Sherlock Holmes. These are all iconic characters that have huge fan bases. Which one did you sort of feel the most pressure on in terms of inhabiting that role?
It's funny. I try not to focus on the pressure aspect of it. I make it more of a personal mission myself rather than a pressure aspect. Whether it be Superman, whether it be The Witcher, whether it be Sherlock Holmes, I'm not feeling the external pressure. It's more about me. Certainly when it comes to Superman and The Witcher, those are characters I grew up with and I love, and I really, really want to represent in the most source accurate way possible. And that for me was a massive thing, and still is a massive thing. And when it comes to Sherlock Holmes, I wasn't reading the books of Sherlock Holmes necessarily, and so I managed to absolve myself of this duty which I put on myself, which is being a law loyalist, and it's always about the details, and it's always I'm the most annoying guy on set because I'm saying, excuse me, you do realize that this should be happening, and they wouldn't do that, and you haven't read this, that means this would be impossible, and everyone's just going, Henry, just shut up and do the thing. And I'm like, I don't want to do the thing because he wouldn't do it this way, and he can do this. But with Sherlock, because I absolved myself of being that psychopathic law loyalist, I instead had the wonderful opportunity to work with Jack Thorne's script, work with Harry Bradbeer, the director, and work with Millie Bobby Brown, the lead actress, and also my producer. We could craft a Sherlock which was supportive of Enola as a character, and for me that was a real joy. And so, to answer your question, there's no one character more than the other which I put pressure on. I take the character onto myself, and it's more about self-pressure than external pressure.
You obviously are friends with Guy Ritchie. Did you call him up and say, hey, any advice on Sherlock?
No, I didn't, because he would probably say, listen, Mush, you do what you want to do, and you carry on.
I understand. Listen, I'm a huge fan of The Witcher, and I think that the first season was fantastic. I know you're filming season 2. For fans of The Witcher, what can you tease about season 2 compared to season 1?
I can say absolutely nothing. I can tell you that I'm at Arborfield Studios now where we're shooting season 2, and I just happen to be in a different stage, which is why it sounds a bit like I'm in a cathedral, surrounded by something very similar to a polystyrene fortress of solitude. So that's about as much as I can tease about Witcher season 2.
I will not pressure you. I will just say effing cannot wait. This is something I put on Twitter. I was going to talk to you, and there's a ton of people that wanted to know. Are you involved at all in the Snyder Cut? Are you shooting anything additional for that?
Not shooting anything additional. No, it's all stuff that has been already done. Obviously, I don't know how things are going to be, how things are going to evolve and change and adapt depending on now a different length of movie, obviously, and whatever may happen in post-production. Whatever lessons may be learned from, 4 years since Justice League came out?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like 4 years worth of fan reaction. And so, yeah, but it's, for me, I'm now just watching the party.
The black suit looked amazing. Cannot wait to see the new cut. And always a pleasure to talk to you.
Steve, always a pleasure. I look forward to seeing you in person again. Hopefully soon.
Hopefully. Have a great day, man.
Cheers. You too.